And just like that, we are live. I want to welcome everybody to episode 7 of the UAC podcast. We had a bunch of coaches that were supposed to be on tonight, but they still in the gym. That's why we kind of started late. We were trying to, wait on people to get out of the gym. It's playoffs tonight. At the Lace 'em Up League. The leagues for 5K. A lot of them in the gym trying to figure out who they're gonna play next and who all moving on. We had one of the coaches play tonight. Of course, they won a game. I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourself and what team you coach.
You want me to go first?
It's up to y'all.
All right, my name is Dan Nava, coach of Team Cash.
And I'm Noel, Big Kirk, coach of San Jose.
We letting Jason know.
Yeah.
I guess Jason is no longer a player no more. I guess he's the coach of the village.
Now it's really only champion talk.
I'm Bill Russell, man.
You Bill Russell, Jay?
Head coach.
Jay, I ain't know whether to invite you or not. I'm like, who the head coach over there for the village? Clearly.
Damn, Turk. You look like you at the crib, Turk.
All right, go ahead. So we have Coach Jason Moore, coach of the village. So they on here talking they mess, man. They talking about this the championship only room. That's why the other coaches didn't show up.
That's right.
So first thing first, man. Let's talk about what got y'all to coaching these men. What made you want to start coaching the men's league?
I guess I'll go first. See, for me, the reason why I started Team Cash was a couple years ago. I'm like, man, I see a lot of guys that are in Chicago that could play somewhere overseas, and I just came up with the idea. Just let me start up my own team and hopefully build up and win some tournaments and see maybe I could get these guys an opportunity just by having them play and win tournaments. People will, talk about them on social media and, never know who's watching. And some of them could get a deal, and some of them have. And that's why I do it, was basically to give these guys a opportunity to play, show their talent, and show everybody what they're about, and show that Chicago got a lot of talent, a lot of hoopers here that that could play overseas and that could get paid and to support their family and stuff. So I, as me growing up, I was raised to help other people, and that's what I try to do with these guys. First I just meet them, I hit them up on social media, talk to them, see what, give them opportunity to come play for the team, and next thing you know, it becomes a brotherhood. Especially when you win, they're very grateful, giving them the opportunity. So for me, it's all love. I do this for the love of the game. I'll spend thousands of dollars just to get guys, to where they need to be, because at the end of the day, it's something I love to do. I love coaching. It's a dream of mine since I was a kid, and to be able to do this and to be able to go up against great teams, great coaches, it's a blessing for me.
That's what's up there. Me personally,
Because at the end of the day,
I never took it serious. It was just always, just rec league ball. Show up to the game, play, go about your business. But I didn't take it serious until I started playing on the West Side, and I started seeing what Jason and the village and what they guys was doing out there. And man, I fell in love instantly, man. Like, them boys was like rock stars out west. Honestly, man. I wanted a part of it. So that's what made me, form Rose and, wanted to compete.
I think mine was more of just a sacrifice for our team. A lot of tournaments we didn't have a coach, and I've always been a coach, coaching AAU, and I think it just became part of what I do. So just sacrifice, having somebody out there to, it's kind of hard when people just subbing for each other. So just sacrificing, make sure I could make the right subs, have the right people in, So that's what it was for me. It's not something I really wanted to do because I coach AAU and everything, but I just think it was a second nature for me.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely second nature. I've been honestly coaching since high school, but like I say, once I seen Jason them playing out west and seeing like the atmosphere, it was like, okay, let me get involved. Let me, put things in motion. Let me, put guys in, position certain roles. And the role I took on was coach. And, got, bits and pieces from everybody who was involved, got their input and man, I just went from there.
Yeah, you see when other people are doing stuff and that's great. You love it. You want to be a part of that. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was brought around to Chicago basketball, I seen everybody do it. Rose, Village, the real deal. Everybody was doing it. I'm like, man, I want to be a part of that. And that's what made me, started to go out west, out south, started playing against y'all. It became second nature. And I love it. I love it.
Yo.
You gotta check in. You don't got your camera on, so you gotta let us know who you are, who you represent.
I'm sorry about that.
There he is.
What's up, Greg Clark?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling, man?
Good,
I'm Greg Clark, representing the WAC organization.
All right, so we talked about, everybody talked about what led them to start coaching. I ain't gonna lie to you, Greg. They weren't gonna let you in. They said champions only, Greg. That's what they told.
Hey, no, hey, hold on. Hey, Greg is 14-0 in Marcus Daly.
Greg beat me in the
Hey.
championship, so he got it.
Okay, Greg. Okay, Greg.
There's a lot of disrespect on Greg's name.
Just what was told.
What people don't know about me is fresh out of high school in 2008, I had started coaching at Southwood Middle School. I started coaching girls. That was my first coaching job at 19 years old. And I won the regionals and the sectionals with them girls, man, my first year coaching, fresh out of high school. So that's what had me saying, man, I could do this thing, man. But like I say, it take a lot to coach though, man. A lot of energy, a lot of long hours. So
a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, you gotta sacrifice. A lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna switch the questions up a little bit. So I know Jason, you coach kids. Like, describe the difference between coaching the kids and then coaching the men.
Shit, both of them retarded. Nah, I'm just bullshit. I'm just playing around. The kids, it's more of the kids are still trying to learn. With adults, they know what to do. It's just about, make sure that they're in a position to do what they supposed to do on the court. With kids, you gotta do a lot more teaching. With adults, you just gotta make sure, everybody's on the same page of what you're doing. As far as, in the game, and as far as communication. But with kids, it's a lot more teaching, a lot more hands-on. Teach them how to play, teach them how to communicate. It's more with kids than adults.
Sure. With me personally, I've had the pleasure of having a group of guys, man, who know and understand the game. So for me, it's kind of easy because, like Jason said, my job is just to point out the little details to make sure they're in the right position, on the court, make sure they're communicating properly. Let a person know like when they're doing bad, game management on my end. And that's the bulk of it for me. Just making sure, like Jason said, everybody is doing their part. Other than that, man, coaching a bunch of grown men it's not hard, especially when everybody's on the same page. Everybody's not ego driven.
And now that's a fact, man. The coaching, dealing with the kids a little, you got to be more hands on, like Jason said. It's more step by step, play by play. Because if you don't guide them, it can go bad real quick. But I feel like the same thing with the adults too, though. If you don't guide them, it can go bad real quick.
Yeah, that's why you got to make sure they're in the right position. Yeah, for sure.
I think the biggest thing with like even helping sometimes with Ronnie and his team with the capos or the commissioner or whatever you want to be called at the time, just trying to get people to listen and buy in for the grown men. With kids, I kind of have more of that authority. Like, man, look, I'm coach, and this what got to be done. Whereas the grown men is like, look, man, you got to. If you do this, it'll help us win. And it's like, man, nah, bro, this my game. That I've been playing this game for this long. Let me do my thing. Like, clearly that's not working. And I feel like that's the difference between the adults and the kids for me, because you got a bunch of people that feel like they know everything already. Let's go. Let's talk about your coaching experience. Like, describe your coaching experience. Like, what have you experienced with this coaching thing, especially like coaching in men's leagues? I know Turk and Jason and y'all have been out of town coaching and traveling and playing against in tournaments out of town. I know Dana, you went with Love them recently to Atlanta. Greg, you been out of town and played out of town with your team yet? With your team,
No, not yet.
Describe y'all experience just coaching, so far.
I started off coaching here in the city, man. It's like, I'm gonna be honest, was first thing is you got to make sure guys on the same page, make sure guys ain't coming in the game with no egos, anything like that. When I first started off, man, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. And shit, I didn't know how to win. I had 20 people on the sideline when the big game came around, trying to help me make this sub and tell this person that. And I didn't know no better. But, as time went on, as I started, talking to guys like Jason and, Jason, telling me the gems of the game, teaching me how to win, I learned that, you don't need all them people, stick with your guys, trust your guys. And that became like a winning recipe for me. Out of town is easy because everybody's on the same page. Look, we here for one agenda. We from Chicago. Everybody's against us. Let's go out here and kick some ass and go back home with that trophy and that money. So out of town is easy, but inner city, you got a lot of people in guys' ears that you gotta be aware of.
I would say the same thing to that too, is that for the out of town part, the town is way easier. You ain't got to worry about the team. You go out there and you make sure your team is on point, because if it's not, then you're gonna lose. There's something I always tell my guys in the huddle every time out is if you guys are feeling some type of way, you guys gotta trust each other. If you're not gonna trust each other, we're not gonna win with the guys that's on the court. And then if I see that, that's when I'll make an adjustment. But yeah, out of town is way easier playing in Chicago because everybody everybody in the city knows each other. Um, everybody's seen each other play multiple times. And even before I started doing the Chicago basketball thing, uh, I was playing out in the suburbs. I had my own tournament in Glen Ellen. Uh, that was postponed due to COVID. That's when I really got brought on. I met Greg through E-Love out there at Big Mike Lee. Uh, and that's when I really started to know people. People started recognizing me. I started showing up to the gyms. Uh, and also, too, just being the only Asian, really, um, really got my confidence going. I'm like, okay, I'm the only Asian really in African American dominant culture right now in the city. I'm going to try to put on for my people, too. So it was kind of, obstacles here and there. But once I started to really learn other teams, learn, what they're about. Okay, now that's their culture. I bring my culture in with my guys. Really do a lot of studying, man. A lot of these videos is live. I really take it as a lesson because now I get to see what other people are doing if I'm not in the gym. And just coaching in general, man, it's difficult, but at the same time, I love it. I'll never give it up. There's something I love to do, and I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful for the people you love, Bonnie, Greg, everybody, Big Turk, everybody that that gave me advice. Um, Entering Chicago basketball, scene, and I'm very grateful for everybody that helped me put me on and gave me their blessing, and basically just I earned I earned the respect. Is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't easy, but it's all for the love.
I would echo what everybody's saying, but one thing I learned about playing out of town is that I think it's much easier because it's like everybody's out there for the same reason, but then you don't have to worry about the personal battles with players from your team against other teams. They don't know nobody, so you're just going out there and playing, and all with a common goal. When you're playing in the city, it's personal battles from high school, college, same neighborhood, different things for personal battles. So I just say out of town is much easier because they don't know you, you don't know them. Just going out there playing your game.
So before we move on to the next question, I want I want to let everybody know, all y'all fired, by the way. When I was trying to find my way back into the whole men's league pro-am fix, nobody gave me a chance. I just want to put that out there, but that's okay.
Oh, y'all fired. Hey, just so you know, Sleeve is trying to get in here.
All he got to do is, I know he calling, but he got to just get.
He said he don't know the pin.
He said what?
He said he don't know the pin code.
It's in the message, man.
Reading is tell Sleeves reading is fundamental.
Reading is key.
Yeah, so Turk, you fired just in case you didn't hear. Jason, you
Man,
fired.
I heard everything you said, man.
Just in case you didn't hear. Greg, you definitely fired. Dana
Man,
fired.
look, everybody who come to me, I get them the game that I know because somebody gave it to me, so I feel like it's my duty to give it to somebody else. So
you gonna
what you talking about?
So you gonna fire all the winningest coaches? Good job.
Man, he tripping. Yeah, he tripping.
Yes.
Well,
I'm not going. There's a
for my own personal reason.
That sounds like my boy TB, man.
I was trying to
they got the whole village over there, man.
I was trying to get back in the game, man. I was trying to, I took that time off because of my health. I was just trying to get back so I can play, man. I was reaching out to people. Everybody was reading my messages like,
Hey man, you trying to play or you trying to win? It's a difference. It's a different
trying to-
coach over here. We ain't
Yeah.
getting nobody that's trying to play. We trying to win. It's a different coach over here.
I want to win, bro.
Man, look, people tell me all the time, man, I want to play with y'all, this, that, and the third. Man, look, you were just on a bomb-ass team scoring 20 points a game. Are you willing to come to Rose and sit on a bench and only score 2 points? Guys ain't willing to do that. They say they will, but, man, we playing against the Village, man, and you know you average 20 on this weak-ass team, but you might only get in spurts against the Village, and you might only score 2 points. Can you live with that?
Can I live with that personally?
No, I'm just saying you guys in general, because I mean you're not the only one who asks, let me play with y'all or this, that, and the third. But it's a big sacrifice, man, when you're playing with a winning team. It's a big sacrifice. And guys are not willing to sacrifice. They say they will, man, but they'll get on the sideline with bogus body language because guess what? Like Jason said, you in the city. So they got people in their ear. Like, man, why you play with them? Woo, woo, woo. And, man, you was scoring 20 over there. I know what you can do against them. And they let it go to their head. And guess what? Now they frustrated.
Nah, bro. I'm humbled. I had to humble myself because of my health, bro. Like I know I'm not what I was, especially when I was playing like in West Haven and stuff, man. I just had to dive. I was just trying to get some runs in and play in get in where I fit in, to be honest with y'all. And place and get it and be back part of winning cultures. Just to be honest.
And I think when you tried to join me, I think I was in the process of winning my first championship or coming off like my first championship. So I was like really locked in, bro. Like I wasn't trying to add nobody at that time. I don't believe. I think when you reached out, I believe I was in that process of winning. So I don't think I believe that's what it was, to where I didn't say anything back. And I was just locked in, bro. To win in Chicago basketball, bro, you have to be locked in, bro. And honestly, bro, it's one of the toughest things you could do is win in Chicago basketball with all these organizations you got out there. So
and
it's
it's tough though. It's tough too, man, because when you winning and you rolling, it's hard to just say, "Oh, I'm gonna let such and such, play with us." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know he can hoop. We know he's a good character guy, but man, you rolling. It's hard to just add pieces. That one piece can throw everything off.
yeah.
That and I'm not gonna lie too. For me, trying to repeat with Midnight, I don't know. A lot of people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people knew that the whole starting five that I had this year, this last season, totally different than what I had when we won. So I had a lot of guys that, man, let me hop on. You got a whole new team, blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard to edge it because I'm really focused on the guys I have now. Especially we went undefeated until the last game of the season, and then losing basically back to back games to put us out of the playoffs. And I was like, man, I don't, what did I do wrong as coach? But it's really like how you really work with the players that you got at that point. You can't reminisce and look back at, oh yeah, I had Mike Qualls, I had Jordan, I had Graham, I had Big Marlin, guys like those guys are all basically all overseas. Granted, Graham played with his brother, but at the same time, it's hard to win another championship with a whole new starting five.
No, facts.
And that's what really, kind of messed my head up. I'm like, damn, we could have done it, but we were just so close. But basketball happens. When you lose, and you lose. You can't go back to it. So.
No, facts. So let's talk about some of your accomplishments as coaches. What are some of your biggest accomplishments as coaches?
I never set out to accomplish any individual goals, coach of the season and all that stuff. I just wanted to win. Like my biggest accomplishment is to say that I've won every tournament in the city of Chicago that I've participated in. That was my only goal. That's my only accomplishment. I mean, all the individual success don't happen without the team. So,
right, especially as a coach.
Yeah, so I I don't really count that because winning is a team sport. And I don't win coach of the year and all of that without my team. So my biggest accomplishment is just saying that I won every tournament that I participated in.
And coach of the season award don't mean nothing if you don't win the whole thing. Like it's like how the players be going for that finals MVP, man, that championship MVP. Like it's nothing when if you don't lead your team to that championship. Like it don't mean nothing, bro. So it's just about winning for me. You ain't gonna win it. All that other the coach of the season don't mean nothing. It actually hurt more though.
Same with me.
It hurt more though. You know you got coach of the season, and y'all don't even walk away with the prize. Like nah.
Yeah. And even if even my guys brought this to me too last season. How they're like, oh, how come you didn't get coach of the year? You didn't get no award for coach of the year when we won the championship? I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. Excuse my language. But we won the championship. My first year in, we basically won Chicago. Like, come on, I can't ask for nothing better than that. I was just so proud of what we did as a team throughout the whole season, going through ups and downs, losing players, my players going to another team to play. Like, nah. As long as we won, that's all that matters to me. Because at the end, it's all about that bread.
Right. No, I think my biggest accomplishment is just always winning with your brothers. Like real brother. I know the village has added players, but like the core has been there for a very long time, and they're my brothers. So my biggest accomplishment is just winning, no matter what tournament with your brothers. This is all I want to do is just win with my brothers.
It's a different feeling too when you know you win with a guys that you built this thing around. You know what I'm saying? And I'm be honest, I'm gonna say it again. Jason and his guys at the village, they was the blueprint for me. I wanted to be like them. I came in, man, them guys was winning everything. They was rock stars. You had people, scared to play them, this, that, and the third. And I wanted to be like them. And I'm more grateful because they was willing to share the information of winning with me. And, man, I'm forever thankful for that. Hey, Dan, you can't be getting dressed in the camera, man. Come on. What's next?
I was waiting on more people. I thought more people was gonna say something. What's your biggest hurdle as a coach? What was one of the biggest obstacles you had that you faced as a coach?
Shit,
getting a group of guys that want to buy into what y'all trying to do. When you got a team that's successful, getting other people to sacrifice to what y'all trying to do as a team. We all know who the core players is, who the stars or who the best players on the team is, getting the other people to sacrifice what they just getting them to sacrifice and become part of something great.
Like I said, my biggest hurdle was what they call it when the student becomes the teacher. Village kicked my ass for years and years and years because I wanted to be like them. So every time we played them, it was more of, man, we need to beat them instead of just playing basketball. So once time went on and once I figured it out, it was like, once I got my first win against them, it was like, that's a hurdle that had been in front of my face that I couldn't defeat. And I finally got it. And that was the biggest hurdle for me. I mean, honestly, I felt like if I could beat the Village, shit, nobody else stood a fucking chance.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. It was. I think I've played in some big basketball games, some big basketball moments from college and all that stuff. But being back home and then playing in the pro-am, playing at, especially like the West Haven pro-am at that time, I think that the Village, playing them in the playoffs, I was probably the most nervous playing y'all, Jason, because all the hype that was behind it. Like, man, they win, bro.
Okay.
It was just it had me like my nerves like, dang, bro, I don't want to go out here. Like, I performed so well all season, then I don't do so well playing against, you as the floor general, Tony with O, with Ken, like that group was like man, they play so well together, bro. And then you just hear so much noise in the city about it. Like, this your opportunity right here to make a name for yourself. Like, I was never as nervous as playing anybody else, and I played against like Ohio State and stuff like that. But I was nervous playing against the Village. But I can say after we beat y'all them 2 times, it was a big relief, man. I think everybody in Chicago feel like that, Jason. If you get a win off the Village, it's like,
y'all beat us twice? Only twice?
Yeah, beat y'all twice.
Only twice?
I only played y'all 2 years in the playoffs at West Haven.
Only twice. I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah, I played y'all them 2 years. We went to the championship back to back, and it's crazy, bro. Because I was playing with Tony. We was playing in Marvin League and Next Level on the same team, and crazy thing about it was we beat because it was the best of 3 series for Lefty League. So we beat y'all the first game playing with Londale Finance. We beat y'all the first game. This year we won the championship. So we beat y'all the first game, and then y'all beat us the second game. And Tony made the game-winning shot on me. Right, he had a little step back, and then he did his little pose he do. Oh, this nigga played. He hit this. So we played the next day in Marvin League, and that's all he talked about. We was on the same team. Yeah, I gamed the nigga yesterday. I ain't gonna say who it was. And to beat y'all, and then I hit the game winning the 3 on y'all, bro. That was big, because I look to y'all as big brothers, bro.
Hey, well, for me, fellas, like when I first came in, it was all about Rose. Rose was on their streak. They was winning everything. And shit, they was kicking everybody ass by like 30, 40. Like, it was Team USA in this joint. And I'm like, I got to key in on these guys, man. And I put Rose on the top of my board, and we just started seeing them in every league. And when I got my first win on them, it was like damn, I just beat them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they still, to this day, you hit Village, you hit Rose. Like, you know what I'm saying? It go hand for hand, man. And those two organizations there, man, like I say, bro, hats off to y'all fellas, man.
Facts.
Like, a lot of respect this way coming off my end for them fellas, man. A lot of it. Village just give you a headache. They give you a headache, bro.
Ain't never lying about that.
So
yeah, I feel like Village and Rose, bro. Being honest with y'all, bro, like you can play your best basketball and still lose. It's like, bro, what the hell, G? Like,
hey, and piggyback on your thing about me never winning. I was up 5 points with 26 seconds to go on Turk in the championship and lost. So that showed me right there, like, I'm up 5 with 26 to go. What this man do or say over there in that huddle, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's like I said, bro, goats, man. Them just goats, man. And you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
Definitely goats.
yeah, I
just to let y'all in on a little secret. We made a pact at the beginning of the year that it was either Village or Rose gonna win everything. Village been holding us down because we've been winning shit, but guess what? It stayed in our little circle. So yeah, we good. Good job, Jason.
No, definitely, bro. Like,
That's
man,
tough. That's
it
tough
is.
as shit. I don't know about y'all other coaches, but I felt a certain way after that one. God,
Yeah, that was.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, shit. We said at the beginning of the year, look, don't nobody else win but us. It's one of the two, Village or Rose.
Hey,
Man, look, and Village
hey.
and Village been holding us down. So good job, Jason.
I snuck me one in 2021. I can tell y'all that.
That was one.
Hey, I'll take my one.
niggas can't get one. You feel me?
Right. Some niggas can't get that, Turk.
Some
But that's
niggas
what I'm
get all
saying.
the way there and can't close.
After that one that you won in Dalton, we was like, can't nobody else win nothing. It was either us two.
Hey, and I
man,
see that because y'all standing on that. Like, it's like,
and,
whoa.
And we support each other. Man, I come to their games, they come to our games. Like, we standing on that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's 100, bro.
Hey, the 35 and over crew running this shit. Sorry,
definitely.
But I'm glad you got on here though, Jesse, because we had a lot of questions that you could have learned from. And I think one of them was learning the game, as coaching coming up. And like I had told you, when you played against the Village, you had 25 people on your sideline. And I told you, like, I went through that before, so I know the feeling. But keep your core together and get them outside of, out of your circle.
Got it. And I think that kind of hit home with me the hardest because after the game, Jason, he sat me, Sammy, and Amari down, and he gave it to me in a row. I wouldn't have had it no other way. And he helped me understand, like, even with certain situations, you don't listen to them outside niggas because.
And I just told y'all, my boy Jay dropping gems, man.
Yeah.
He'll give it to you. You got to ask him for it.
Yeah. And it was like he gave it. So it was like, even though we just got through going to war, it was like they still found a way to like key in and make us learn, within that and still be teachers while beating us. So it was like, for me, it was kind of different, feeling that and having to understand exactly where I went wrong and hearing it from the horse's mouth themselves. It just made me even want to go harder. I know I got a lot of work to do, so.
Yeah, no, Jesse, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching that game like, why is so many people like y'all lost? Why is y'all on his sideline? Ooh, bro. Like I was watching, I think I was doing a podcast or something. Like I was doing something. I was either getting ready to go coach or something. I'm watching the game on my phone. I'm watching like it's everybody who literally lost in the playoffs already. Like now they're helping you coach. Like clearly y'all don't got the winning recipe. Yeah. Like y'all don't have the winning recipe.
Village. Especially against the Village.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like seeing that, having to watch that game over and over again and seeing the main mistake. Like what the fuck was I thinking? Like, I mean, I was so locked into that game that I'm not even really paying attention to those that was surrounded by me. Yeah, they was noticeable as fuck. and irritating after a while. But it was like I had to stay in a manner where I didn't get into it with the refs. I wanted to make sure my players had enough energy from me. I wanted them to also hear me. It's a loud gym. And it was like, I'm so locked into this that I'm not even paying attention to the main problem.
And it's a learning curve, bro. It's a learning curve. You gotta go through it.
Yeah, and that's the best way, experience. So, I wouldn't have had it no other way. And I like the lesson that I gotta learn from it. And it's something that I know now that I'm gonna work
on. So now that answered your question, what's your biggest hurdle? Your biggest hurdle was, keeping your core together and learning from the experience you just went through with the village, which is big. Last questions, and we'll go into some off topic stuff. What advice for any up and coming coaches in this game, like Sleeves, would you give them as far as this coaching the pro-am set, the men's league set?
Man, you gotta let me go, Turk. You gotta find you. You gotta find you. You gotta find a brotherhood. Like you gotta find some people you rock with and that's gonna be loyal to what you're trying to do. Then you also just gotta learn from every situation. Like learn from the games you won, learn from the games you lost, learn from situations. Like you gotta learn. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Every time we done playing, like every night, I'm sitting there thinking, like, what could I did? I could have did or put my team in position to do different in the game for us to win or for us to be better. So it's just, and like with Sleeves, like I always tell your shorts, like they got to stay together. Like one thing we did, me, TB, O, Big C, Q, like one thing we did when like we kind of started like IIT, and then we kind of started shorties in IIT, and then when IIT fade away in these other tournaments, like we stayed together. We like, all right, we're gonna start putting ourselves in tournaments. We're gonna start putting our money up. Like just find you a bunch of people like you wouldn't rock with. Like I tell people, like me and TB, like we brothers. Like me, TB, Q, O, Kurt, like we brothers. Like shit happens, but we brothers. We gonna always be there for each other.
Right. That's huge.
Like piggyback off what Jay said. Like I have guys ask me all the time, like, "What's the recipe?" And my first question to them is, like, "Man, do y'all kick it with each other outside of basketball? Like, do y'all really know each other? Like, yeah, y'all play with each other, inside the gym, but outside of the gym, like, do y'all kick it? Do y'all know each other? Do y'all hang out with each other? Because that's where the bond come in at. That's where the trust factor comes in at. Like, and that's like when I tell Sleeves, like, that's why I say keep them core guys together because they hang out with each other. They know each other. So that's going to build the bond outside of the gym. And it's going to make it easy on the court to trust one another. And I had to learn that. Like I didn't learn that until I added until Money came along. And Money was like, man, we're not going to win unless we form a brotherhood. And I'm like, damn, okay. And that's where, we start just hanging out, at each other's house, showing up to birthday parties and, random events. And that's why you see us after the game just, maybe having a cocktail or something, because win or lose, you know what I'm saying, you still need that bond. And like Jay said, you got to learn from every game, whether it's a win or loss. I always sit back and say, man, yeah, we won, but I could have did this a little bit better. Or even a loss, you'd be like, damn, if I made this adjustment, I could have did this. And when you bonding with your brothers after the game and you discussing all these scenarios, like it makes it a lot easier, bro. It makes it a lot easier.
We still in. No, I said we still in. You could log back in.
Who was that you talking to, boy? Jeff?
Wait,
yeah,
just by accident, I guess.
Yeah, just log back in.
Yeah, but like it's that brotherhood is real. If you don't have a brotherhood, Yeah, you might win a game or two, but you ain't winning no championship.
No,
Right.
I agree.
And
That's
to
a
add
fact.
to that is, I'm not gonna lie, before COVID, well, not really before COVID though. I learned a lot when I was with E Love and Vonnie when we were in Markham, going against going against everybody really, Village, Rose, Wog, you know, you guys, the underdogs with Tay, like what you had said, Turk, was after the games, you guys are chilling in the parking lot, drinking, just chilling together after the game. And I took that into consideration. I'm like, man, when I get my team back together, that's what I want. And I see that that's how y'all win when y'all really close to each other. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people are like, how did you win midnight? I told them the whole COVID year, I had a gym. We played. We basically played together twice a week. And on top of that, we would chill with each other, just smoke, just drink and outside of the court. And I feel like that really brought us in to win, go down that stretch of the playoffs where we beat the real deal, we beat Dynasty, and then we ended up beating Rose in the championship. That is, to me, that was probably the chance of that question before was that's my biggest hurdle was to go through that 3 teams. It all goes to credit to the guys because what we did outside this league is what brought us together and win this whole championship. And that's why I always like, man, that's why I praise the, Jason, Village, all you guys that y'all showing me. I might not show, say thank you, but I'm very grateful deep down inside because without y'all, I probably wouldn't have, brought certain guys around, really put all this effort into trying to put a team together to win. And I just want to show, give you guys all your flowers and you guys set the tone for a lot of upcoming guys like me and Sleeve. Greg too. Greg got the recipe. He went 14-0. That's really hard to do. And that a brotherhood is really to me is the main ingredient to win a championship.
But I
You
think
really everybody got to give in.
I think one thing is when you hang with each other, you learn each other. Like you learn, especially as a coach, like you learn what makes your best player tick. Like what I can say to TB, I probably couldn't say to nobody else. Like how do I motivate Kurt or Q ain't gonna be the same way you gonna motivate somebody else on the team. So I just think, when you hanging with your players and I ain't gonna say with my players because we're a team, when you hang with your brothers, like you learn them. And when you learn them, you be able to, be able to hit that switch to make them do what they need to do to get that win in that game.
Facts. And you definitely need that brotherhood to learn what buttons to push. Because certain guys you got to talk to a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And when you a brotherhood, and especially as a coach, you learn that. Like I know, like I don't even have to say anything to like Royce. If I know he out there, having a bad game, that's a certain eye contact I can give him, and he gonna turn it on because that's the type of bond that we have, and only way we have that bond is outside of the gym. We talking to each other every day. We hanging with each other all the time. You gotta without that brotherhood, you nothing. You could put the best players in the city of Chicago together, and they won't win unless they got one agenda and they got a brotherhood going on.
That's 100% true.
All right, so now we're gonna go to the little speed questions real quick. Top 5 basketball players from Chicago.
NBA?
All
time.
time?
All time.
I don't get into that. That question too
Yeah.
hard.
That's a messy question.
Like, what you gonna say?
Hey, I got a top 5 right now though that I can say.
Man, look, me, D Rose, Roy, Jason, Mark Aguirre, Isaiah Thomas. Shit. Shit, if
Hey,
I'm on
but
the court,
no,
I feel like ain't nobody better than me. Shit, go
hey,
ahead,
but
though.
no,
Go
hey,
ahead,
but
Greg.
no. No, I got 5 though. Royce, Jake, Ken, TB, and Q Brown.
Man,
Them five was on the court when I won my first championship.
I don't know. I can't. That's one of them questions I never been able to answer. I think you gotta subtitle, like you gotta say in this area or high school or program
Right.
or
Pro-Am leagues,
or
like
like it has to be because like
Yeah, that's pro-am.
because if I'm gonna say that, like I played in IIT, so some of the people I've seen all the time, like no disrespect, Greg, some of them names wouldn't be on there. So like that's kind of difficult for me to say. Like I've seen some of the legends in the IIT play, so that's a hard question. Like I just think you got to subtitle it first, categorize it.
All
I
right, so
see what you're saying.
we'll do top 5 the new era. This era now.
Pro-Am,
Pro-Am,
NBA, all
Pro-Am,
time.
Pro-Am.
Pro-Am. Shit, me, Jason, TB, Royce, and Q Brown.
I said this era right now. That's playing right now.
I'm telling you, man. Me and Jason get on the court. Y'all can't beat us, but go ahead. That's my 5. Y'all laughing, but I'm dead serious. But go ahead.
I'll say I'm just gonna say for this right now that's playing, like I'm just gonna base it off 2021.
Yeah.
I don't include my team I play with because if I do that, I'm gonna pick my starting 5, so that's not fair.
Man,
if
TB and Q got to be in there, man.
But I can't do that because then I'm gonna say Duty, then I'm gonna say Big Darren, like I'm gonna say Kurt, like that's not fair. So I'm not gonna include my team, but I have to give it I have to give it to that young boy right now for that play with sleeves. I don't forget what they call that man name.
Sauce God.
Sauce God. I have to give it
Sauce
to him.
God.
Like,
I was just watching him on live. He was killing the night too.
yeah, I have to give it to him. I'm becoming a big fan of his.
Yeah.
Let me see. Royce will be in there because Royce continue to do what he do. I'm just trying to think. I'm gonna miss some people, but it's hard for me to think. I would have to put
You keep saying, let's go and put TB and Q in there. That's 4.
I ain't putting TB and Q in there, man.
Man, you said 3 times.
Right. He want to say them, Turk.
It's not that I understand what he getting at, but
Yeah, no.
I mean we gonna keep it real though. Like them boys dominating. TB and Q is dominating.
I'm gonna say the top 5 we play against. All right, that's better. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The Sauce Guy would be one. I think the young man named Brandon that play with Irvin. I think that's his name. I ain't 100% sure.
Jordan.
Jordan. My bad, Jordan. Yeah, Royce.
That's 3. See what I'm saying?
All right, man. Come back to me, dear man. Come back to me.
For me, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm picking Jordan. Roy, I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorites, even off the court, like just his IQ and mentality and leadership, I have to pick Nate. I won out Nate football.
Okay, Nate.
What he did in Milwaukee, Atlanta, he played a big role, and I give my respect to him a lot. TB is a monster. TB is a monster. Can't discredit. At his age, he's still doing what a lot of kids or younger kids can't do. Um, how many is that? That's 3.
4.
That's 4. One more. Um, that I personally seen and that's played with, played under me. I give a lot of credit to Marcus Van. Marcus Van is Marcus Van. His effort and the way his demeanor. He's a good teammate. A lot of people. It's hard to find great teammates, but Marcus Van is a real good teammate to have on your team. He does everything you need him to do, even if he don't get that much minutes. But when he's in there, he's giving 110%. He's not letting up, and I've seen that firsthand. And I would love to have him on my team. So,
Yeah,
Turk,
well,
Turk,
good
you
luck.
got you got a real great player on your team right there, man. I'll tell you now. That boy, Marcus, man, is a
Hey, cool out, Turk.
What, man? I see you just put his beard on Van on this live YouTube channel, man. Good luck, man. Van with a Rose for life. I'll just put that out there. But go ahead.
Hey, man, that's tampering, man. That's how people lose the draft picks in the league.
Hey, Jason, you here? I would love to have man. Stop it. But go ahead. Thank you for compliment.
So Dan got to lose. He got to lose a draft pick. That's
Man,
tough,
he got man. Yeah.
Yeah, they got to pay Rose ref fee next time they play.
Dang, Dan, you've been
crazy,
fine.
Man.
and
But wait, stop. You can't get out Greg to name y'all whole team.
right.
Who?
Them OGs though, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you though. Like right now, that starting 5 you just named, like we all on the same team at 35 and over and shit. Like, Greg, we'll beat y'all ass right now. That same team. I ain't gonna even lie to you. We'll fuck y'all clean up. Damn, we on YouTube Live. I'm sorry. We'll mess y'all up.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, but I respect them guys though, man. Like them guys, them guys, like I say, even when they go to their respectively teams, like you see the same thing, bro. They get buckets, bro. Like, and that's just what it is. Can't too many people say they beat neither one of those teams in championships. So whenever they ready to talk about that, then we can talk. And can't too many don't say they did that, bro. That's a different conversation.
No, it is.
And I ain't being biased. I ain't deriding nobody. It's just what it is.
All right, top 5 teams you ever played against. Pro-Am.
Now I could do that one. I could do that one.
Village, Solid Gold, Dynasty, and shit. Wagner, goddamn it, Team Cash, the only 2 teams that beat us in the championship. But definitely Village number 1. Solid Gold when they had it. Dynasty, Wagner, Cash for me.
I'm gonna say Rose, Solid Gold, shit. What was y'all name? Levante West Hay. Was y'all the Dynasty?
No, we was Lawndale Finest.
Lawndale Finest.
Yeah, Lawndale Finest. Dynasty. I said Rose, Dynasty, Lawndale Finest. I think I'm missing a team. Who I missing?
You said Solid Gold.
Solid Gold.
3.
Nah, I got 4, so that'd be Lawndale Finest, Solid Gold, Rose, the Dynasty, and ourselves. No, let me quit playing. I would say Team Cash because they one of the teams that's has beat us a couple times. I probably missed somebody. I ain't talking about the IIT, but if I had to put the IIT, it was teams like Lil Dave them. I can't remember their name at IIT and said, and then we had teams like Malik Dixon them at IIT that was really good. So
Facts.
yeah, but as far as I'm not gonna say the program. I'm gonna say the men's league. Those 5 teams right there.
For me, number one, I'm not gonna lie, Rose. As much as I would like to play Village more, we've only played them once. But that was a hard ass game. That was a real tough game. Pick the Village.
Y'all played us twice.
No, we only played y'all once.
Y'all played us the first. Y'all played us the first midnight league. We beat y'all. Did y'all beat us this year in this midnight league?
No, we never played each other last season.
I'm telling you, we did. The year y'all won it, we played y'all.
No, because the only team we lost to was Dynasty.
Y'all lost to us. Yeah, I'm telling you, y'all lost to us. That's when
Yeah, y'all did lose to them, Dan.
Y'all lost to us.
Oh, welcome back, Jeff.
No, we never played y'all.
That's why we
called you out.
Dan, I'm telling you, y'all lost us. Y'all lost us in the regular season. Cause I remember what's name had a pushing battle. What's the kid name that's playing overseas right now with the Arkansas?
Mike
McCall. Me and him had a pushing battle.
Yep.
So you talking Mike Qualls or Mike McCall?
Mike Qualls.
No, you played Mike Qualls. Mike Qualls didn't play with me until the last regular season game against Rose. Rose beat us.
I'm telling you, he played with you against us. I'm telling you.
All right. Well, either way it go, man.
Yeah, though, but we y'all up there though. Greg, every time we played Greg, besides the Pro-Am last year in the men's league, it was a tough game. When I was with E-Love, that was a real tough team. The real deal, I got to put them up there in Dynasty.
For sure.
That's top 5 teams. You have top 5 toughest teams you ever played against, Jesse. You ever coached against. You kind of new in the coaching scene.
But shit, as a player, this shit still been the same like for a long time. I mean, damn. Which one do I put number 1 and 2?
It ain't no order.
Yeah, I didn't put no order. I just said the 5.
Number 1 has got to be Rose. That's a long history right there. Few of them guys I had the luxury of playing with. A couple of them guys end up going to war against. So it was like once you see them niggas, like you kind of know what to expect. And it's the same thing with Village. I got Village in number 2. Just textbook, pure basketball. Like you see the love of the game through they play with both teams. So you kind of know, fuck what you getting on paper. When you step in them lines, like you down there got to treat it like a playoff game when you play them niggas. Cause you don't, your ass would be.
Exactly, it's a PG-13, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I ain't know. My bad.
I slept
Sorry,
up too,
my
Jesse.
bad.
Don't worry about it. I slept up too.
Man.
You can't even talk no more. You can't curse.
I gotta no. I had to reword that, but I gotta say, bro, like that's different playing against them, bro. And then when you gotta see them on the regular, like, nah, I can't really put nobody above them. For me, and then one of my toughest feats, I couldn't get past Greg. I couldn't get past Greg for a little second. And it all started at that last Chicago United Pro-Am. Like, we went in there knowing it was going to be a dog fight. We got dogged out in the row. We got dogged out in the Raw, and that taught me not to go into games having a chip on my shoulder and thinking like I'm just gonna come in there and win. That was like a little wake up warning, and that actually made me reshape my team. Yeah, that like I've lost, in the championship, and that first lace them up with my vet guys, and I thought I was gonna be able to cross them over into the summertime, and that butt whooping that Wad gave me made me realize I need to probably do something different, and that's where the shorties come in at now. Let me stop calling them that because everybody else called them that. The young men. I haven't played them yet, but I know when I do see them, full throttle is going to be a problem. And I know we up for the challenge. I'm going to say Team Cash. Just from me seeing on the sideline, seeing how they compete with everybody else, they tough, man. Like, they really tough. I can't really, point out too many strengths and weaknesses, but one thing I can say, like, they energy on the defensive end kind of carries them throughout the game. There's no real the guy except Jordan. I mean, even when G League might come, like, he know to like play, focal point to Jordan. So I kind of like their relationship when they together. Got a kind of balanced team. Big Marv, I love him. Marlon, nice. Big 7-footer that can stretch the floor. And number 5, man, if I had to go out on a limb, I'm going to say E-Love. I can't say Vonnie because Vonnie ain't never beat me. I got to say E-Love because E-Love beat me a good couple amount of times before I got my first one off on him. He know how to, he know how to sign them players, man. We know what we know, right? You know how to put a good team together. Other than that, I don't really get into too much credit. They ain't really proved nothing to me, like, throughout the longevity. I done seen Rose and Village out the last, I don't know how many years. So, yeah, that's my top 5, man. And I think even now, these two teams, like, they still standing on what they saying, man. Like, ain't nobody else. They just roundhouse. Like, they just really roundhouse from the summer. Like, that's crazy. Like, at their age, they just roundhoused everybody. So, man, hats off to both of them teams, man. Real talk. They make everybody want to go back and get it more.
All right, Greg, you last up.
My top 5, number 1, I gotta go with the Village. I haven't beat them yet. They got a winning margin over me for about like 22.5. They've been killing me. 2, I got Rose. Always a tough matchup with them. That's always that's a battle. Ain't no question about that. 3, I'm gonna go with Javante. Them boys be hooping. Regardless of what the Capos, whatever group he be having, he bring them and he do be winning games. He pulls his games out. Number 4, I'm gonna go with EP Dynasty. Man, there's 3 out west teams in my top 5. That's crazy. Dynasty they name. You listen to them, they gonna come tough. They gonna be on everybody's list. So, and number 5, I'm gonna go ahead and go with at 5, I'm gonna have to go with Dan, Team Cash. They stumped me in the pro-am over the summer, and it was just like, hey, for real. You know what I'm saying? I gotta come with when I come up on them. And
That's my top 5. That's my top 5 of Chicago.
My top 5, I didn't not coach against, but I played against. I'm gonna go with Village, Rose. Turk, y'all was team problems for y'all's Rose, right? For you, Rose.
Team Mook. Team Mook.
Y'all was team Mook.
Yeah.
Never been team problems, man. Never been team problems.
So what was the name of the team that y'all played in at St. Sabina, that year?
St. Sabina?
Yeah.
I ain't played enough St. Sabina, man.
Y'all did play in St. Sabina.
Never.
No.
Y'all played in St. Sabina. It was a money league up there. It was a money tournament.
And I didn't win? No, I ain't never played enough.
No, you played in St. Sabina.
And I lost? No, trust me, man.
Yeah, you lost up there. That's a different
What do
story.
you mean?
It's good. I had an
Man, who got this genuine going on, man?
That's me, Jesse. I'm in a box.
Oh, my bad. 1,000 parts, TP.
Only tournament I haven't won is Mason Mark.
It was just like a one day tournament or something like that. No, it wasn't. It was a tournament because they had Solid Gold played in it. It was Solid Gold played in it, and it was like some other team. It was only like 3 teams in it that was decent. It was us, y'all, Solid Gold, and that was it. But no, my Rose, Village, Dynasty. I played for Solid Gold in Shy League, so I can't say Solid Gold. Dynasty, Rose, Village. No, you know who always gave us problems? What's the name of that? Hoops Avenue. Hoops Avenue always gave us problem in West Haven, bro. That was probably one of our biggest headaches to play against. And then Right Sports. Right Sports always keep a solid team. But I appreciate you gentlemen for coming on tonight, dropping all y'all jewels. I hope to see everybody. First and foremost, I hope to see everybody at our Ugly Christmas Sweater fundraiser on the 23rd at Dinner and the Movie on 2500 North Ashland. $20 ticket, get you in the dome. Free unlimited waffles all night. Got a karaoke. We got a $50 karaoke challenge, a $50 Ugly Christmas Sweater challenge. Definitely appreciate you gentlemen for coming on. Second thing, I hope everybody come out to the All-Star event next year. March 26th and 27th. Ask Jesse, the whole weekend was phenomenal, man. It was fun. Like,
yeah, that shit was dope. All right, hit it again.
So I hope to see everybody there this year. Come out and support, man. It's gonna be a nice event. Once again, this is episode 7 of the UAC podcast. UAC podcast episode 8 next week will feature all of the league owners: Big Mike, Reggie Soul, Will, Monroe, Marvin. So all Lefty, all of them will be in here talking about how they run their leagues, and Lefty gonna tell y'all what made him not put certain teams in his league at West Haven. He was definitely big on that. But I appreciate you, gentlemen. Any closing remarks?
Man, we are good.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate you, guys.
Thank you, brother, and Merry Christmas to everybody, man.
I appreciate y'all. Once we get off, it's gonna be uploaded on YouTube. I'm gonna share it to my page. You guys can share it so your people can watch.
All right, man. Y'all have a blessed one, man. Y'all be safe out here.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Y'all be